Hello my friends, here is a little short video demonstration of how I am running my tank system. There are sometimes several questions when we discuss with each other, and it's more easy to do a little short video. Of course, my system will rely on my own inventions, Alcatronic and Dostronic. And the base for my system is the Balling method, and I use the Core 7 from Triton at the moment. The Triton method, and the Dostronic is using all the major building elements, as you know, and Alcatronic is taking care of the DKH consumption, and if we have skipping doses or extra doses, everything is balanced in dosed in a balanced way thanks to the communication between Alcatronic and Dostronic. So there we have the base, and based on that I also have a big protein skimmer as a sort of respirator to evacuate the carbon dioxide, the excess of carbon dioxide, and of course introduce some oxygen as well. The most important, I think, is to have the base elements in balance, and it's very easy thanks to that Alcatronic combo with the game changer concerning that. But it's also very important to have the nutrients under control, the phosphate nitrate, and that is a little tricky because when you measure phosphate nitrate often, most people don't do that. You will notice that it varies quite much more when you think. Nitrate can vary with almost 100% from one day to another, actually the same for the phosphate. In the nature coral reef, this doesn't happen, it's much more stable, and the coral are not used to that variations. So that's the reason why we are developing the Mastertronic to get also the nitrate phosphate in balance. So I would say that nitrate phosphate in combination with the KH is a great thing. But not so much talk about that now. I will go back to my tank system. As you see here in my background, it's an SPS dominated system. The light is LED light from GHL Mitras LX7, and I also have some few units with A1 prime Hydra to get a little extra spotlights on several spots in the tank where I want an extra high power. I think the light is good. I haven't measured the power, but I guess I'm around 300 to 350 as an average, and I think that's enough. Many people think that the higher power the better. It's not true, because a lot of corals are photo-inhibited when you are going above 350 power. So I think we maybe exaggerate a little when we're talking about power. I think the spread and the spectrum is much more important. Don't forget one thing. Read good literature. Not only today, it's internet and Facebook and forums. It's very hard to search good information at forums because it's long threads and some facts are not correct. Because it's you and me who are writing, and we have not do a big research behind what we are writing. Good books are always a Bible and a solid to state on. Here I have from Sprung, and that is my Bible. Some things here is maybe not up to date now, but the basics are of course always the same because the nature don't change. I will go and show you a little on my aquarium and my tank setup backside. So here's a short video demonstration of the tank itself. As you see, it's SPS dominated. Most Acropora, some Montipora. I have around 20 fishes with a heavy load fishes with great fishes. They are hiding now because I am doing this movie. But there are Emperors, Loriculus, Imperator, Diacanthus, I have Nasoliteratus, a big one there, and I have Zebrasoma flavescens, Japonicus, etc. And the corals have they grow very fast. The DKH consumption is very high. It's around 100 milliliter Core 7 a day. The same system is about 650 liter and 100 liter in the sump. And here we have the heart of the system. We have of course the Alcatronic, the reagent for the Alcatronic, and here we have the refugium. A lot of the nitrate consumption is due to this refugium, so it's very effective and very good in reducing nitrate and have that in control. But macroalgae is not as good as phosphate reduction that it is on nitrate, because the ratio nitrine and phosphor
is around 81 for nitrate corresponding to phosphor. So it's common that you also have to use some sort of GFO. And here I have rubber false. I have a Kessel light for refugium purpose, and it's extremely effective, and a very large skimmer, as I said, to do the evaporation and to the equilibrium of carbon dioxide and oxygen more effective. Here we have the Tudostronic. Here I do the traces, and I do strontium, manganese, jodine, and some carbon source, and actually also nitrate. And that is I'm doing from that one. And here I do the base elements, the Core 7 Triton method, and here's the 4 bottles, 5 liters variant from that. I also have a UV filter, UVC, because I had a problem with dinos back in the days, but I haven't now, because the dinos is leaving the sand at the night in the water column, and then the UVC will catch them and kill them during the night. And after I have installed this, I have no dino at all. So this is actually the base system. It's not so much more complicated than this. Thank you so much for listening to this very short and simple video explaining my tank system and also some of the basics that I think is important to succeed with a marine tank. Happy reefing.